Welcome guys, Jurassic here. Today we are back to Once Human. Alright, so we need to synchronize the butterfly's emissary to cradle it. Oh, okay, so we do it again. Your current deviation basic statistics. Alright, so we got skill rating 1, activation rating 1, deviant trains regular, extracting power is 100%, mood is 100%. Let's see, deviation, recovery, energy, and speed boost, and activation score in hibernation 100%. Alright, so all we have to do is click F to synchronize. Takes effect when the player handling is thrown, inflicting status damage on hostile targets that throws shot and tags that target's weak spot section for 80% of the weak spot damage for 15 seconds. Recover after shot to attack on its own. Combat deviations are a special type of deviation that, while aggressive, will take instruction from metahumans once secured. Different combat deviations have different abilities. Make sure to choose a combat deviation whose abilities will suit your needs for a given task. Carry, the dormancy threshold of a combative deviation is not settable and defaults to 1. When a combative deviation deviant power recover reaches full, the deviation can synchronize to the meta-human cradle via the synchronization button. When carrying a combative deviation, its deviation power is shown there using its skill to consume deviation power. Okay, so you want to keep it inside of the box, synchronize it, and then you're good. Logging by hand, get logs, freehand mining stone, and gathering. Alright, I really like the amount of resources we gather. That is super nice. Kind of on the ledge. Now, it looks like it's going to be just like Fallout, where if you place it close to like a certain amount of grass or something, it's going to automatically destroy the grass. That way you have a nice flat area to build. So let's do something like here. Use simple crafting bench and campsite to craft basic gear, tools, dishes, good enough for emergencies. We now have a home. Albeit, the tent could be extended quite a bit for us to be comfortable. In survival campsite, craft with bare hands, make a rough pickaxe. Alright, hold on. We're getting distracted. We should probably make a pickaxe because I assume we'll get more resources with it. And then we can make a rusted crossbow and get some arrows. Now, this is a PvE game, or PvPvE, so theoretically we should see other players' campsites eventually, but since we're so early on a build, I don't know if we're going to actually bump into people in this playthrough. But when the game fully releases, of course, we're definitely going to be playing it. Alright, so we got that built. Let's get us our... we don't have enough wood. Okay, so one thing we haven't done yet is if you want to head over to your gear section, this is where you can swap to your melee weapons. So, for example, we have our machete right now. We're not going to unequip it since it's our only weapon that we have. But you can also put the gear in that we've been finding. Some of the stuff automatically defaulted to put on, but we actually had a shirt on when we first started the game. Which, I mean, it grants us stamina reduction costs by 30%, but this will give us gathering speed, a little bit more armor, pollution resistance, and PSI insanity. So we should probably wear it. Oh, it actually has mod slots too. That's cool. Alright, so the water situation looks like it's going to be a pretty dire thing. So if we go inside our inventory, we can automatically get some free water that we found. So all you want to do is hover over it and drink it up some. That should get us to about a quarter of the way. We need to drink 4 of them, but we don't have that much, so we're just sort of trying to slowly do it. Now, they want us to craft a weapon, so we want a crossbow. Nice. Equip his primary weapon, equip his secondary, probably secondary. And let's get us some arrows. I think they said 10. We have enough for 2. Oh. They're by 10s. So there we go. We got 20 arrows. Okay, to open up your gear backpack. Range weapon slots show the range weapon you currently have equipped. Click to select them out. Alright, yeah. We got a crossbow, we got a machete. So I can swap there, but we don't... I have no clue where the pickaxe went. Equip a gathering tool before you start collecting resources much faster than doing it beforehand. You can craft gathering tools at your camp or supply workbench. The more advanced the tool, the more quickly you'll be able to harvest. Alright, there we go. We have to actually click on the bottom and pick them up. Wait, what? Crack down attacking deviants. Before we do this, let's get some water. I want to be kind of in a good area here. Ooh, that's cool. All right, spoiled water. We want to use you. What are we going to do once we run out of all the boiled water? That is a very good question. I really hope we find a way to purify this water soon, because we're not really next to any clean water sources. This time there's like a gun. Arrows. I gotta use this one.
This siren.
It's automatically powered.
So strong.
Okay, so we do a decent amount of damage.
Summon the butterfly. It will fight alongside you.
Auto attack.
See for yourself what it's capable of.
Yes, butterfly, go attack the siren. Yeah, you won't like it in your head, do you? Oh, this guy's easy to kill. I was thinking the other part was his head. I didn't even realize. Sucker. Love how I spent all that work making arrows and they gave me 30 anyways. You have entered the territory once again. What did my butterfly level up? What do I get a new one? I get a new one. Oh, man. So are there some people inside the game that actually are able to capture that one the first try? Obviously the butterfly's a given since you need it for this mission. For Mitsuku about deviation of the escape.
Damn, it escaped.
Just driving it away was enough. And it's all thanks to you, Meta.
You're tougher than you look. That's twice now you've saved me.
That thing was huge. How did it get in here?
It's like I said. We think deviations are sometimes capable of passing between the physical world and rift space. It could be wreaking havoc in the physical world right now, even as we speak. You're tougher than you look. That's twice now you've saved me.
Where'd it go? The physical world?
Yes. Mitsuko created this rift space. A refuge from the dangers of the physical world. Or so we thought.
Do you think that deviation will come back?
It's possible. We just can't sit here and wait, though. Meta, will you go back to the physical world with me?
Are you coming to Mitsuku? There is, it seems, no alternative. Was wanting to go and what was seeing the world like now?
Not good, to be honest. Since Starfall, it's been 20 years of chaos. But you've got a cradle, and I'll be there to help guide you. Together, we'll be fine. Meta, will you go back to the physical world with me?
Are you coming too?
Mitsuko is too important. The Great Ones would descend on her the second she set foot in the physical world. We can't risk it. Meta, will you go back to the physical world with me?
Sounds like we have no choice but to go after that thing. It also sounds like I'm not very important.
Take the butterfly with you. Put it in your cradle. That way, I can lend you some of my strength. Hopefully we'll meet again one day. It looks like this is goodbye. Before you go, if you have any questions, I can try and answer them for you.
Why am I an alien? I don't have any more questions. What is Starfall? So what exactly are deviations anyways?
No one's exactly sure what they are.
Good luck,
Just that
Meta.
they're not bound by the physical laws of our world. When deviations get stressed, from another dimension, release stardust, something we call rift space. We think this brings our world and rift space closer together. Like with Starfall, sometimes it becomes possible to pass between the two planes of existence. And when that happens, all hell breaks loose.
What is Starfall?
About 20 years ago, Rosetta triggered a major stardust fluctuation during one of their experiments. As a result, some great ones slipped through, entering into our world. They brought increased levels of stardust with them. That poison has seeped into every corner of our world now, spawning countless deviants and other dangers.
Did Rosetta do experiments on all of us?
That's what Rosetta does. At first, they just locked deviations away. But then they figured out that deviations could be harnessed to make humans stronger. That's when they started their experiments, in the name of human progress, creating meta-humans like me and you. To Rosetta, we're the future.
And they're not wrong. Meta-humans are mankind's last hope. We were created by Rosetta, but we don't take orders from them anymore. We left. We call ourselves the Mayflies now, and we do things differently.
I don't have any more questions. I'm ready to go.
Good luck, Meta.
Thank you. Press tab and select the camera to take a photo of Mitsuko as a farewell keepsake. And there we go. We have customized our settings and we're happy with that. Save the album. Thanks for letting me take a picture of you. It wasn't weird at all, I promise. Now, is there anything upstairs? I don't know if we... Ooh, Diary 3. Received a disturbing report that Rosetta is developing some kind of secret new Silver Gate technology. Apparently, reopening the monoliths on the island and activating the Silver Gates wasn't enough for them. If it's true, this could prove catastrophic. Did they really learn nothing from Starfall? If you guys are wondering, they did have an update today, and I also customized some of the settings, and it seems to be running much better. Whoops. Wrong door. This is a really cool animation, but I would not trust holding on with one arm.
And the world is still infested with stardust. It looks like the monoliths here have been reactivated too. They might hold the key to all this stardust pollution.
It's a little purple thing. Find a super location and press B to territory terminal? Oh, these are all where real people's buildings are. Yeah, let's find a nice area that's not surrounded by 50 billion people. How about that flat area up top? Now, obviously being a PvPvE game, there's going to be a lot of testing. I have a feeling this bird will not take us up any higher, unfortunately. Oh, well, this is awkward.
Let's set up a territory.
Territory forms the basis of your territory and defines the area you can build in. We're about to get jumped. We gotta do this. We'll do it right. We'll find a nice, cool area away from people. Build a gigantic fortress. I hear things, but I don't see things. Wait, what? Confused. I can use that dude's head as a weapon? Get over here. This is going to be either really cool or really dumb, or a bit of both. All right, cool it is. Yep. I've seen The Walking Dead. Crossbow works just fine. All right. Get over here. Or stay there and die. That works too. Obviously, we need to be finding a base location. Here, buddy. I know you're in here. Rawr! Oh, this is cool. I mean, I wasn't necessarily trying to start this whole war here anyways. I'm just looking for a place to build. Ooh, acid. Whoa. Wait, what? What are you? Spread love in these difficult times. Oh. Guess that's a player. Hey! The pickaxe is automatic. Alright. That's what we were trying to figure out earlier. Perfect. I don't really need that dude's head. We seem to be doing decent with the crossbow anyways. I want to try to build like up on top of the hillside maybe? We also gotta find a situation for water here pretty soon. Am I going to take fall damage? Oh, we're good. All right, so we took out our first food. You get to live. I assume we're going to need... Ooh, deer milk. I assume we're going to need this fairly soon, you know, since we're always thirsty, apparently. I didn't know it would give us water, though. But I was going to get food. What is this thing? Oh, you look cool. You look ugly and I'm ready to kill you, but you look cool. Nope. I don't know whatever it was doing, but I do not want to get hit by it. Little floating jellyfish, I do not trust you. Alright, they got some really cool things inside this game. Is that a mechanical spider? What? Huh. Water. Yes. No, thank you. I didn't realize the scarecrow was firing at us the whole time. All right, so we're getting plenty of ammo. We don't have any guns yet, but we got plenty of ammo. Wait, you lived? If you guys are wondering, yes, we're still looking for a cool place to build. Everyone's built everywhere, so I'm trying to find a place away from people. But it still looks nice. If it's possible. Alright, you know what? This area is decent enough. It's not very flat, but I looked inside of the build mechanic. You can actually have it so the ground raises up some, so you can level it out yourself. Now, we don't want to have it so our build radius is outside of what would be nice. It'd be nice we could do this and see where the build radius is. All right, so they do have a camera mode, just like Fallout. Now, thing is, if we place it here, we'll probably lose out on a whole lot of building radius. We don't necessarily want that, because I mean, we got the fresh water source right next to us. If we build it like right here, for example, though, I think we'd be good. All we would want to do from here, make it so it's tall enough to be over the grass. And we got that one rock there that's going to cause a little bit of issues. We could, I mean, keep it a little bit lower if we wanted to. Now, for example, I really wish I could like fully move the camera to look to the other side because I'm stuck looking at the building. I mean, it looks like it's flat right there, so we may as well do it right here, right? We have the full radius. Might be a little bit of curves and stuff that we got to deal with, but it shouldn't be too bad. It looks like this is going to be the highest point, so we'll place it here.
I've managed to unlock some memetics from Mitsuko. If you access them through your cradle, you'll be able to craft and build what we need.
And this is officially our territory. Here you go, buddy. All right, so press tab to call out the function wheel. Open the memistic screen. At the cradle? It is. Various kinds of buildings and item formulae can be learned from the memistic nodes. Click on a node. Wait, we need the dismantling, so let's just get you. Obviously, we want smelting.
Even with memetics, you still won't be able to craft anything out of thin air. We'd better gather some ore and logs.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you covered. Now we got the infrastructure, essential tools. I assume all this is already learned, right? No. Ooh. Gear workbench, that sounds important. So we'll grab you. I had 13 of these. I haven't actually been doing anything. Ooh. Stoves, cooking, rainwater collection system. Let's get the rainwater. I already know how this is going. Water storage. Yep. This is very important stuff. Water filters. We're fine. I think we used up all of our stuff. All right. So it looks like we got one left. Two's for the rest. Oh. Unknown special detection. Thrust into the wild, the nameless survival relies on the wisdom of bygone civilization and sheer physical grit to brave the forces of nature, unlocked by default. Interesting. right, so we got the copper. Need gravel. Where on earth are we going to find gravel at? I mean, at least we got ore right next to us, and we got water. Water is going to be the main thing, in my opinion. We get gravel here too. Sweet. We shall build up a castle.
We'll also need a furnace and a disassembly bench to process the materials we gather.
Right. Hopefully you told me all that before I started building things for food and water. All right, so... Ooh. So with the build menu, so we got doors, windows, interior, facility, furniture, lighting. Ooh. All right, hold on. So they want us to build a disassembly workbench. We don't have any ingots. All right, so hold on. Let's get out of here. What we need for you? All right, so we need to start with the furnace. We start with expanding our territory first, though. So I feel like we want to have a bigger base before we start worrying about it. Those two tiles went the wrong direction. There we go. Nice. We got a couple that are wrong. We'll fix those later. All right, so we're out of gravel. All right, there we go. Well, now we got some breathing room so we can actually play some stuff without being like completely crowded. But let's go inside of our build menu here. Now, one thing we could do is have it other corridors to where we just open the door and like the smelter would be inside of here. So for example, just like have one block here. And I might do that because that'd be easy to like open and close stuff. We'll do it that way just in case. I don't know how loud the smelter is going to be. The game keeps yelling at me and telling me to wait, but yeah, we're living life on the edge here. We're not going to wait. All right, so the first thing you want to do is head over to your facilities, go to crafting, and click out your furnace. You need to gather all the gravel that you used up to build your building, and then you're able to place it down. All right, so we got our little furnace. Now, a lot of games, it takes forever to cook stuff, so you want like multiple, so I think we'll probably do the same for this one. So it looks like we could have one here.
Refine raw materials into something more practical. Needed for advanced items.
For high-level ores, you must use electric furnace. So if we get more gravel, we can have two of them up and running. See here, so we need charcoal. Do 9. 7 seconds is not too bad. I was going to place a second one right next to it, but we'll see how long it takes to do the ore and stuff. There we go. We got 2 furnaces up and running. We got the ingots. We needed the ingots to build our dismantler. A lot of these games, you want to farm up a ton of material and then just do it all in one go. That way you don't have to sit there and wait the whole time. Because then you can sit there and have it building while you're out playing around. Which is why we're sort of trying to build it this way. All right, so it looks like we just, you know, open up the thing and it ends up on the left, so we'll place you here.
This is a strong foundation for us to build upon. I've set up a journey interface to help track our progress. For each task you complete, you'll unlock some supplies we can use.
All right, so we need to be out of the build menu and click J.
What we've got won't do much against those deviants out there. We need proper weapons and armor. There are some abandoned Rosetta facilities nearby. Maybe we could find some useful supply crates there. I've marked their locations on your map.
Okay, so we need to disassemble scrap. All right, so we got a basic stove here. Hopefully we are able to craft up some water. I feel like that's a huge part of the journey here. Haze over time, boiled water. Oh, 3 dirty water. We are right next to the base, we're good. We can also make red berry juices too. All right, guys, well, that's going to be the start of our base. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. And next time, we're going to build it much bigger and start doing the quest. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm actually really enjoying this game. Hopefully, you guys are liking it.